when the bus starts moving. And you tend to fall forward when bus suddenly stops. Why it is happen like this? Before going to discuss about these, first of all, revise the Newton's first law. What is our Newton's first law? We know the object is at rest is continues to be at rest, and the object in motion is continuous with the same velocity unless an unbalanced force is applied to it. Yes? So, from this law, we can say that the tendency of an object to stay at rest or to keep move with the constant velocity is known as inertia. Here I write the definition. The tendency of an object to stay at rest or to move with constant velocity is known as inertia. So we can say that when an object is at rest, it is in rest position only. And when an object is in motion, it is moving with constant velocity. That is known as inertia. An object 2 remains in its present state of motion or resist in its present or resist any change in its present state of motion. So here I write inertia means here the tendency of an object to remains in its present state of motion and resist any change in its present state of motion. Right? So here the tendency of an object to remains in its present state of motion, and we can say resist any change in its present state of motion. So further we can say that higher resistance is in higher the inertia. The object which is having high resistance, we can say that there is a more inertia. Right? So here I will write that higher resistance, more inertia, because resistance resists any change in its present state of motion. So we can say that higher resistance, more inertia. So I'll give you an example here. Take two cars. One is in big size and one is in small size. Now try to push two cars here to observe the resistance of the motion. Right? So when we are pushing this car, it will move very easily. Right? And when we are trying to push this car, it is having more inertia. How can we say that this is having more inertia here? There, the resistance of the motion is more on this big car because the weight of the car is high. When compared to this car is having very much height. Weight. Okay, the weight of the car is very high here when compared to this. So when we are pushing this car, it will move very easily. So when we are pushing this car, it will not move. So the mass of the car is very high here. So we can say that the object which is having more mass, that object is having more inertia. Okay? So more mass, then we can say that more. Here this car is having higher mass. So higher the mass will be the more inertia. So we can say that mass is a measure of inertia. Okay? And we have two types of inertia. What are those? One is the inertia at rest and one is the inertia at motion. So I will erase this here. So the first one is the inertia at rest. So inertia at rest means we know the object at rest is stay at rest. The tendency of an object at rest is to stay at rest. Right? And this one is the inertia in motion. So here the tendency of an object in motion is moving with constant velocity. Okay, so we have two types of inertia. One is the inertia at rest and one is the inertia in motion. So inertia at rest, the tendency of an object at rest is to stay at rest. Okay, when an object is in rest position, it is continuously at rest. And when an object, the tendency of an object in motion is moving with constant velocity. Right? So the first example we have seen that the person who is traveling in bus, when he is not holding any support, so when the bus starts moving, he tends to fall backward. And when the bus stops suddenly, he tends to fall forward. Right? So when an object is at rest, it continues to be at rest. So that's why when the bus starts suddenly, right, when the bus starts moving, the person is tend to fall backward. And we know when an object is in motion, is moving with constant velocity. So when the bus starts moving, so who are there inside the bus? They are also moving along the bus, right? So there the velocity is constant. When the bus suddenly stops, the person tend to fall forward because of inertia. We know inertia means the object is at rest only. And when the object is in motion, it is moving with constant velocity. Right? That is known as inertia. Here I will give you one more example to understand more about this. Now see here the example. Observing the motion of the coins hit by a strike. Here we need to take the carrom board. Assume this as the carrom board here. Now, stack the coin cards. Okay, like this we have to make the stack of carrom coins. Now, hit the bottom stack with the help of striker. Okay, here we have to apply a lot of force to hit the bottom stack. What will happen here? The coin will move from the bottom, right? When we hit this bottom coin with the help of striker, the coin will move from this position and the remaining coins will slide down here. What can we observe here? Why the remaining coins here slide down vertically here? We know that the object is at rest, is continue to be at rest, and when the object is in motion, is moving with constant velocity. So there the net force acting on the object is equals to 0. Right? When we hit the coins, bottom coin with the help of striker, there the object is moving, right? Starts moving. First it is at rest position and it starts moving. Yes? So here we know according to inertia, the object is at rest, it is continually at rest. And if the object is in motion, it is moving with constant velocity. So here the net force is equals to 0. So we can say that here the law of motion, and also known as this is a law of inertia. The first law of motion, we can say that the law of inertia. Okay, because in this the object is at rest to stay at rest, and the tendency of an